Hi there, it's Dr. Pauline, and this is part 2 on my series on antidepressants. I talked last time about the history of how psychotropics and antidepressants were discovered and how they were developed. Today I want to talk to you specifically about what's called SSRIs, which are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. This would be your drugs like Prozac, Zoloft, Lexapro, those type of drugs. And I'm going to just show you a little bit about how that mechanism works in the brain. So basically what we have is this is called a presynaptic piece, is right here on this side. So these presynaptic neurotransmitterins are dumping serotonin into what's called the synaptic cleft. So these are dumping them in, and this is the postsynaptic side of this cleft. And it's supposed to pick them up and take them out, and essentially your body will then clean them and recycle them. So when we want to, and this is called the reuptake system here. So what we want to do is they have to get taken up right away and get dealt with, or you end up with too much. If it takes too much out or it's not putting enough in, they want to bring in more serotonin to help relax this nerve ending, so to speak, or this area of the nervous system. The problem is we take an SSRI and it blocks this side of the system. So it stops the reuptake. But then this side, the idea was, would keep dumping serotonin into the cleft, creating a balance of serotonin or giving you more serotonin so that you would then not feel so depressed. That's the idea. That's the thinking behind it. But what they've discovered is that when your body gets all this serotonin dumped in here and it's shutting down this reuptake system, your presynaptic system responds. And when it responds, it goes, ooh, we don't need that much serotonin. So it starts taking it back and not dumping it in. And you can end up with what they call the antidepressant poop out. Somebody may have heard that term. Do you know of any other drug people take, like say insulin or a cancer drug or an antibiotic, where they go, oh, the drug pooped out? You don't hear that anywhere but with psychotropics. And the reason they're pooping out is because now your body's reacting, so it stops making the presynaptic serotonin, and we're right back to the serotonin in here going down. So what we end up with is now we're not getting all the serotonin that we thought we would have. It's almost like you put the brakes on here and then it responds by putting the brakes on over there. So this then causes an imbalance again, and we have what we call drug poop out or antidepressant poop out. And so what does your doctor do? He increases the amount you take, and then it increases the dump for a while. But pretty soon your system adjusts to the fact that the reuptake's not happening, and it stops the extra dump. And now we don't have any again. So what do? We add more. And this keeps happening until your body becomes dependent on the drug putting your serotonin in, and these systems start to shut down, and then you try to go off the drug and your own body's not putting serotonin in, so you have this rebound reaction, and then that's where you have all these symptoms of, oh, I must really need the drug because now I'm bad again. But in future shows I'm going to talk a little bit about how to actually come off of this, to readjust the system and what happens when you try to come off of it. But next week I want to talk to you about side effects of these drugs other than the system being damaged by it. So I hope you'll join me and we'll talk about this some more.